Thank you so much for joining me. This is going to be your full moon reading for November 12th. If you're new here, my name is Melissa, and I do zodiac tarot readings on the new moon and the full moon. And we, for the new moon, we looked at the beginning of your cycle and what it was going to look like with what intentions you were going to put out there. Anything new that you should maybe be starting, or, you know, like how to start it with a clean slate and all that good stuff. For the full moon, which is what we're doing now, we look at what's come to a peak from what you intended in the beginning of the cycle. So things that you wanted to manifest, what is coming up as far as manifestations, things that also need to fall away. So, you know, we're kind of going to look at, you know, if we need to let go of something in order to start a fresh new cycle the next time around. Yeah, so let's get into it. I already had a bunch of cards jump out for your overall energy. There's another one. Oh my goodness. All right, first one that jumped out is the Seven of Cups. Okay, so a little bit too much going on, I feel like. We also have, God, what okay. Then we have the Ten of Swords, which is just like being done. Like, you were overwhelmed. There were too many options. Like, you're trying to focus yourself into too many directions. How do I feel about this? And how do I feel about that? And how do I feel about this? And it's getting kind of muddied. And then we have the Ten of Swords, which is just like, you know what? This is too much. I'm done. We also have the Five of Pentacles that came out, which is feeling like left out in the cold, you know, like down on your luck. Holy shit. The other one is the Eight of Cups, which is the walking away card. So I really feel like there's been a lot going on for you right now. You have a lot going on and you're ready to shut down. You're feeling like this is not for you. And you want to be like done. You're done and you're over it. And you're ready to just cut bait and run, I'm hearing. It's getting too overwhelming for you. I feel like that's kind of our full moon energy right now. All this stuff is coming to the surface is pain and overwhelm and, you know, some negative feelings, some, you know, lack of money, lack of trust. And, you know, not getting here, like not feeling the love I'm getting. Okay, so what does Aquarius need to know for the upcoming couple of weeks? I had one come out, but I would like two, please. Okay. Seven of Wands. We already had another 7. 7. Okay, who else had this? Virgo, Libra, maybe? I'm gonna count back how many readings ago it was. Oh, Lord. Okay, yeah. This is... Wow, Aquarius. What is going on here? Okay, so then we had the Seven of Wands come out, which is like feeling defensive. It's right underneath the Seven of Cups, which is just feeling overwhelmed. There's too much going on. And this one is like they're coming at you from every which way. So, and then the other one that came out was the Five of Wands, which is conflict, right underneath the Ten of Swords. We also had the Five of Pentacles. So we have 2 7s, 2 5s. Neither of these are the great cards here. This is a lot of pain and conflict and struggle and finally just like getting out of there. You know, you're ready to walk away from something. This is too much. This is too much. I feel like that's like what you keep saying to yourself is this is too much. What the hell? How much else can go wrong? But I'm going to tell you, the more you think like that, the more stuff is going to go wrong. So let's get some positive cards. Like we got all the shitty cards. There can't be much more left in there. There is, but let's get the good cards to find out what we can do to turn this around. What can we do to turn this around? All right. I'm just going to take the 2 that came out first. Oh, there's 3. Fucking 7. Another 7. 7 of Swords. All right, here we go. We got the 9 of Cups right underneath the 8 of Cups. And then we have the 4 of Wands as well. Okay, what we need to do. This, I feel like, is another, like, this is kind of deceit. This is kind of being sneaking off. He's cloaked, cloak and dagger. He's cloaked, which to me kind of makes me feel like it's nighttime. He, you know, kind of like sneaking off in the middle of the night. Did he steal those swords? Are they all his? Do they have, each of them have a plan? You know, you don't, like, there's a lot of mystery. There's a lot covered. You can't see his hands. You can't see his body. You don't know what he's doing under this cloak. Under the cloak of night. Thank you. That would have been a great way to start the card explanation. Under the cloak of night. Okay, so that's why I felt like it was nighttime. So I feel like this is something that's going on at night. Something that's going on at night. So this is what you need to know. Okay. There's a lot of conflict and you are starting to feel like you have to defend yourself. You've been saying like, this is just too much. And you're feeling like you have to defend yourself about all this conflict. And I feel like this is going on at night. Okay. This is going on at night and it's maybe even causing you to not sleep well. You're staying up too late. There's something going on here. But I feel like the nighttime kind of whatever's going on at night kind of makes you happy. So I feel like this sneaking away at night, okay, stay with me. I feel like this sneaking away at night isn't necessarily deceit. It is an escape for you. Where are you going at night? What are you doing at night? Who are you talking to at night? Something that you're doing after, okay, so let's just say you're in a situation where there's a lot of people in your house. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. There's a lot of people involved. There's a lot going on. And, you know, it's almost like I'm picturing somebody sneaking out of the house, okay, to escape all of the people that are in the house, right? All of these different energies and emotions that are running high in the house. I just see, again, sneaking away. Like this is walking away, turning your back on someone and walking away or something. And this is kind of sneaking off at, you know, under the cloak of night, sneaking off, usually indicating deceit, like he's stealing the swords. But I feel like in this case, right next to this Five of Wands, it's kind of more escaping the conflict at night. So there's something that you're either doing at night, whether you're trying to astral project in your dreams, or you're practicing lucid dreaming, or you're actually literally sneaking out of the house to go maybe meet up with someone, or, you know, late night conversations or something, you know, under the cloak of night in the dark in your room, like with the door closed or whatever. I feel like there's something you're kind of doing at night that makes you happy. I say continue doing that, because at this point, that is what you have going for you, is this, there's just this something that you're doing in the dark of night or sneaking out, you know, like I don't feel like you're doing anything dangerous. I feel like what you're doing is keeping you out of danger. It's keeping you out of the conflict and away from danger. I feel like this brings you happiness. We have this satisfied, like this is your happy place. This kind of sneaking off at night, this whatever you're doing in the dark, this is your happy place. This is where you go to feel better. This is where you go to feel satisfied with yourself. And as long as it's not something harmful to you, I say keep doing it. There is a stability here, right? This, you know, kind of represents a wedding in some ways, but it's a partnership. And the wands to me are kind of like, it's spiritual. It's a spiritual, passionate, creative partnership. So if it's a person, that's definitely somebody that you kind of need in your corner. Again, corner, square of the four. There is somebody that's in your corner that you're kind of talking to or seeing or whatever at night. And I feel like that's going to be actually good for you. I feel like that is your escape where you feel like you can't get out. You know, like, I don't know. You don't have a car and you can't go anywhere or something. You know what I mean? there is no escaping it, and that's the only way you can, is to sneak out or sneak around or whatever. I don't feel like this conflict is a romantic conflict. I feel like the escape is the romantic kind of partnership. Yeah, I feel like the conflict is more either family oriented or social group, maybe even a little bit internal. These ones kind of, when they're, see these, you can't see the face, they're cloaked. This could be the same person. This one, you don't see their faces, they're cloaked, they're silhouettes. This one as well. This kind of indicates to me that this is more internal than external. So 1, 2, 3, 4 cards where they're shadowy figures, not where you can see their faces or their hands. This one you can see her whole body and her face and her hands. You know, those ones indicate more of an external view. So I do feel like a lot of this conflict is causing, I feel like it's both. I feel like there's an external conflict that's causing an internal conflict. And I don't feel like it's necessarily your drama. I feel like there's just a lot going on over there, and it's just kind of spilling into your life where you're like, I don't want this. I want to be able to just turn my back and walk away. But I don't feel like you can. I feel like there's kind of maybe like always somebody watching. You feel like you have to tiptoe and be defensive all the time. I feel like this sneaking away at night is kind of stable for you. Maybe it's something that you do stably, that's like a regular, like you have a regular standing 10 o'clock appointment to, you know, video chat with someone or something. Something along those lines. It's kind of stable, and it's keeping you in a better state. It is really, I feel like, rescuing you from whatever this conflict is. Let's get some, that was a lot. Let's get some more cards. We're going to see what you can do, what actions you can take, or what advice you can follow to help you on this journey. Advice, actions. Oh, okay. That was 4 cards. All right, this one first. All right, we have the 5 of Swords. More swords. More swords. We have the 5 of Swords and another 5. We have 3 5s out here, and we have 3 7s out here. Holy shit. This is the 5 of Swords. Again, similarly, I'm not getting the normal vibe from that one either. Similarly to this one. This one indicates deceit, stealing, you know, thievery, like a robber in the middle of the night. This kind of the same thing. This is like a defeat in battle, though. 5s, again, conflict, feeling left out in the cold, nowhere to go, nowhere to turn, no money, whatever. Those are all like negative feelings. So this one is kind of the same thing. It's a defeat in battle. But which character are you? That's for you to decide. I'm getting kind of the same thing from here, where this is like sneaking off in the middle of the night, like thievery and deceit. But I feel like this is not necessarily saying that you're stealing or that somebody's stealing from you. I feel like you're the one that's sneaking off in the middle of the night, and, you know, to do something that makes you feel better or happy. And as long as it's not something destructive, I say continue doing it. It's going to keep you kind of stable. With this 5 of Swords, this kind of is more spoils of war. To the victor go the spoils. It's which character are you? Are you the one that's defeating? Have you been the victor here? Are you the victor in the situation? Did you claim these swords because you won the battle? And that's up to you. Do you feel like you can claim victory over this conflict? Because I feel like you can if you really wanted to put in the effort for it. Oh, yes. The Strength card. Okay? You can, as long as you're strong, you can claim this victory is what I'm feeling. We also have the 8 of Swords. More flippin' swords. We have the 5, the 7, the 10, and the 8. Okay? You know, this is, you know, surrounding yourself. why are the swords seeming so positive? The swords are usually the negative cards. Is it because I hit my head? I don't know if that was this video. No, that was the last video. I hit my head during the video. You should check it out. It's pretty funny. That would have been Capricorn. You might want to check that out. It's pretty funny. But yeah, I'm seeing all these swords cards as positive. I feel like you are surrounding yourself. The swords are about thought. Swords are ideas and thought and the air element. So it's kind of like surrounding yourself with thoughts, binding yourself off from this conflict, and, you know, turning a blind eye to it. Did I say turning a blind eye to something about something else? Maybe that was a different reading. It's really about like protecting yourself. Like sometimes we bind ourselves in protection, for protection. You know, you surround yourself with better thoughts, with forward-thinking people who have your back. You know, it's kind of guarding yourself here, binding yourself off so that nobody can hurt you. You're secluding yourself. I feel like this is protecting you. I know that's I'm probably going to get some hate for misinterpreting the cards, but that's how I see it. I see this as you protecting yourself, which I feel like with all of that conflict and drama and shittiness, I feel like it's okay for you to protect yourself. We also have the Page of Pentacles. So there, you know, I feel like you could be focusing more on learning something. This is earth energy. This is career, job, money, tangible things, your home, your possessions, materials. But it's also, I feel like, a student learning. It's learning a skill, you know, it's a skilled labor, kind of a career, job, apprentice. Thank you. Apprentice. I feel like learning a new skill will kind of help keep you protected. Shit, maybe you should be learning karate. You're strong enough, right? We've got the strength card too. I feel like you're going to be okay. It's going to be a process though. It's going to be, you're going to have to really focus. Like these are the best cards I have in here, right? Everything else seems like negativity. But you're going to have to be strong and continue with whatever is stable and makes you feel good. This cycle is really not, I don't feel like there's a lot that you're manifesting right now. I feel like this is all kind of happening around you and you're trying your best not to let it affect you. But that's almost impossible, it seems like, from these cards. I really feel like you can get yourself out of this. It's going to take longer than this one lunar cycle. This is going to be a process for you. But I do see some positive advice here, and that is really that whatever that thing is that you might be doing at night that's better, that makes you feel better, that makes you feel grounded and stable, continue with that. Be strong and protect yourself, and, you know, kind of let that other stuff go. Like try your best to stay grounded and focused on what makes you feel good so that can start to kind of back off of you a little bit. But that's what I have for you. This reading has gone on for quite a while. I'm trying to keep them a little bit shorter, but you know, when there's a lot going on, there's a lot going on. So I will see you in the next video. I wish you the best of luck. Please take care of yourself. I will see you next time. As always, have a blessed day.